Pieces, but I need this, yeah, I need this. You're my fault, my weakness. When did you turn so cold? You cut me down to the bone. Now you're dancing all over my soul.
I'm back! Oh, take me home, and we are home on Clay Fan 2-3, because the fact is, I love you guys, and welcome to this Tuesday edition of the program right here on your exclusive home for me, Clay Fan 2-3, presented by the new Tumblr page, Carry the Fifth Line. Yes, we have a sponsor. Carry the Fifth Line is our sponsor for this program, since we are all Blue Jackets now, since the NHL season is underway. I love you guys, and welcome to the program here on Clay Fan 2-3. I am your host, Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the edition of the program. This show, we're going to talk and preview tonight's big Blue Jacket game, Game 2 at home, the third game of the season, as they take on the Dallas Stars. We'll reflect a little bit on what happened Saturday night. Yours truly was in attendance. We'll talk a little bit about that, as well as we'll preview we'll recap last night's NHL games and tonight's NHL games as well too. And let's talk about what we've seen in this last few weeks. This last week in the NHL, a lot of good play going on. A little bit of shock and awe going on in the NHL right now with some teams, and certain teams are not getting off to the hot start, and we'll talk about those teams as well too. But let's talk about the team from the capital city of Ohio. That is our Columbus Blue Jackets. As the Jackets were in action last Thursday, they took on the Buffalo Sabres, picking up a big 3-1 victory over the Sabres to get the season rolling with the first win of the year. And then Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, they had the big red carpet display. Yours truly was in attendance. I have some pictures. You can go on to the Carry the Fifth Line Tumblr page. I am associated now with that page right now. We'll talk all things Blue Jackets and Blue Jackets stuff. The show is sponsored by the Carry the Fifth Line. Every day they'll have a fresh post, and you'll keep up to date with your boys in Union Blue. It's carrythefifthline.tumblr.com. And the Blue Jackets on Saturday night carried and beat the New York Rangers, beat Big Blue, took it to Rick Nash and Derek Brassard and John Moore of the New York Rangers, and the Rangers lost 5-2 to the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the Jackets, big goal by Arturs Anisimov. It was an arty party, to say the least. He started the party off for opening night, and with Cam Atkinson putting the Cammy on the party. And the Jackets were a winner 5-2 on Saturday evening. Now tonight, the Jackets get into action. They'll take on a Western Conference opponent in the Dallas Stars. Dallas has not gotten a victory yet this season. The Jackets, coming off of a 5-2 victory over the New York Rangers, will host Dallas this Tuesday evening. The Stars are still looking for their first win after their season opener was a loss to the Chicago Blackhawks on opening night, and then 2 nights later a disappointing performance in Nashville as they lost 4-1, only generating 18 shots. But Captain Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin, The center remained one of the best 1-2 scoring punches in the game. But the new addition of Jason Spezza is a guy to watch out for if you're the Blue Jackets tonight. The Stars beefed up their attack with free agents over the summer. Like I said, Alex Hemsky also was picked up by the Dallas Stars. But Jason Spezza will give more of a depth for the Stars at center ice. No center in the last season reached 50 points more than the mark besides Tyler Seguin. Jason Spezza has missed that mark since his rookie season in 02-03 when he recorded 21 points and only played 33 games. The Blue Jackets can have success against this Dallas team and should stay with the same game plan with the Rangers. The Jackets' speed and forechecking helped the win over the Rangers on Saturday night, and the collapse of the Rangers depth into their own zone, creating open spaces high in the zone, which gave Artisan Anisimov the goal, and Cam Atkinson and Marco Dano, and Sergei Bobrovsky, his stellar performance in that game as well too, having a great game as well. So here's the projected starting lineup tonight, the projected lineup card for the Jackets. It will be Hartnell, Anisimov, and Alexander Wenberg. Trop will fill in the role of Nick Foligno. Foligno will be out. It'll be a healthy scratch. Foligno is expected to play. And in the game, here's an updated one from today. It will be Foligno, Johansson, Atkinson, Hartnell, Anisimov, Wenberg. That's line 2. Line 3 will be Calvert, Letestu, Dano. And line 4 will be Chaput, Skilly, and Bolt. On the defensive side, it will be Jack Johnson and David Savard, Tyler Exxon and James Wisniewski, and Fedor Tutin and Dalton Prout. In the pipes tonight will be Sergei Bobrovsky. And that game at 7 o'clock tonight at Nationwide Boulevard tonight. Tickets are still available for the game by going online to Ticketmaster.com/Blue Jackets. Also on the Blue Jackets website at bluejackets.nhl.com. Other games yesterday in the NHL to talk about. How about Colorado, with less than a second to go in the game, getting the win in Boston, getting the late game heroics, and picking up a 2-1 victory. Anaheim beating up on the Buffalo Sabres 5-1. Ottawa beating up on the Florida Panthers, who, by the way, only had less than 1,500 fans in the stadium on Monday night, as the Ottawa Senators beat the Florida Panthers 1-0, and then Tampa Bay rolling over Montreal 7-1. Tonight it'll be the battle in New York. It'll be the Islanders taking on the Rangers 7 o'clock tonight. Other games in the NHL besides those games going on, it'll be Anaheim taking on Philadelphia. San Jose is in the nation's capital. They'll take on the Washington Capitals. Buffalo is at Carolina. That game on NBCSN. Toronto hosting Colorado. New Jersey on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Calgary at Nashville. And Edmonton taking on the Kings. And then tomorrow on Wednesday Night Rivalry on NBC, the Red Wings will be taking on the Boston Bruins. Looking at the standings so far this season, as we're 2 or 3 games into the season, in the Metropolitan Division, Columbus is in second place. They are 2-0 with 4 points. New Jersey is 2-0 with 4 points as well too. So hypothetically, both teams are in first place. Pittsburgh is in third with 4 points as well too, and the Islanders are with 4 points as well too. So it's a 4-way tie for first place. Washington in fifth. They're 1-0-1 with 3 points, and the Rangers are 1-2 with 2 points to start the season up. But it's so early in the season, you can't make judgment yet. I can make judgment on this though. Toronto is falling apart quicker than a Walmart lawn chair in a hurricane. I tell you that much. Toronto, it looks sloppy as hell. They are 1-2 with only 2 points to show for it, and they're in fifth place in the Atlantic Division. Detroit is 1-1 with 2 points as well too. The team I was looking out for in the Atlantic Division, in the Tampa Bay Lightning, is proving that fact. After beating up on Montreal yesterday, they're now 2-0-1 with 5 points, but Montreal leading it all with a record of 3-1 with 6 points overall. So the Jackets going into tonight's play, they'll be taking on the Dallas Stars. That'll be a very interesting contest as well too. All Andy Alfred here on ClayFan23 will presented by Carrie the Fifth Line, Tumblr.com. here on the program. We are the Fifth Line, and I hope you enjoy tonight's game as well, too. All Andy Alfred's going through some restructuring right now. We are planning on doing the shows catered to the Blue Jacket fans. The Jacket games means it will be pregame for all your coverage for the Blue Jackets for their game night tonight, tomorrow, whenever they play. It'll be interesting to see how tonight will work with the Jackets. The Jackets are a very interesting club as well, too. So we'll find out what happens. We'll find out what happens tonight. Will the Jackets respond and go 3-0 to start the season off? They'll play again on Friday. We'll be back on the air on Friday night as they take on the Calgary Flames. And then Saturday they'll take on the Ottawa Senators. We'll be on the program. We will not be on the program on Saturday. We'll preview both Friday and Saturday's games on Friday's program. Because on Friday's edition, we will also be including the Toledo Walleye. The hockey, this is hockey hotbed right here on Clay Fan 2-3. With the end of baseball and the near end of football. We're not going to cover that much football anymore on this program, since the devotion is now to the NHL and to the hockey season. We are getting ready for puck drop. We'll be previewing the Walleye season on Friday's edition of All Andy Alfred, and previewing the Blue Jackets big game and recapping Jackets games on Tuesday from tonight's game. So until Friday afternoon when I see you again on this program, I am Andy Alfred. I hope you enjoy a good game tonight. Head out to the bar, watch it at Frickers, at B-Dubs if you're in the Toledo area. If you're in Columbus, go down to Nationwide and watch and root for your Blue Jackets, because we are the Fifth Line. And I hope you enjoyed this program right here on Clay Fan 2-3, presented by Carrie, thefifthline.tumblr.com. Until then, I'm Andy Alfred. Go Jackets! Let's go Jackets! And to the team that you root for at home as well, victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. Have a good evening, everybody. I will see you on Friday for another edition of All Andy Alfred, presented by Carrie, thefifthline.tumblr.com. Love you guys. Talk to you later.